Hey you guys, it's Kristina and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you here. It's Friday, which means it's time for another FAQ Friday. Every week on Instagram, I run a poll and you guys ask me questions and I pick one really good question to answer for that FAQ Friday. So here we are and I'm excited to jump right into the topic today. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and join the family. My channel is all about health and wellness and becoming the best version of yourself, and I'm so happy to have you here. Quick update on my life is that I leave for Bali on Wednesday for my retreat. It's also one of the reasons why I look like I haven't slept. I've been planning this whole retreat, but it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. So this week I got a ton of really good questions. I had like thousands and thousands and thousands of questions on my Instagram, which, by the way, if you guys are not following me on Instagram to ask me some of these questions, my username is FullyRawKristina. Look at this, it's still going. And Johnny Juicer. I had so many questions. One of the more popular questions that I have been asked, that Joey Carbstrong asked, that I'm going to answer for you, Joey, was what's wrong with the dairy industry. So I think I'll do that in a next video. I also had people ask me about betrayals and how to deal with the emotional aspect of going fully raw. I'm going to cover that soon. Mindset and wellness in regards to that. Building sustainable communities around food. Raising vegan babies. Hair growth. Halloween recipes. I got every question in the book this time. However, there was one really popular question that was asked this week, and I saw it maybe about 20 times, was about the global warming crisis. A lot of people have questions about this. So if you saw the news on Monday morning, the UN and the IPCC released a huge statement to the public. This news was released by every single major news portals. CNN, The Guardian, BBC, Vox, ABC News, The Planet, name it. Name any major news source, it was covered on Monday. I put a post up this week on my Instagram about it. I'm going to put it up on the screen just so you can see this really quickly. They stated there will be a global catastrophic climate change by 2030 unless drastic changes are made. The Earth will reach a climate threshold of 1.5 degrees Celsius, indicating uncontrollable natural disasters, food shortages, and deaths of hundreds of millions of people. And in my own words, not just people, but all beings. Remember, we're not the only beings here on the planet. This includes animals too. Also, these studies were originally released from the IPCC, and then they were given to the UN to release. So for those of you who are questioning the motives of the UN in this case, I ask you to do your research about the IPCC so that you can see that this was a group of scientists and environmentalists from all over the world who contribute to these studies, and they have nothing to do with any political party. They're strictly environmental. The IPCC was formed by the UN to provide an unbiased consensus on the science of climate change. Originally, they were criticized for giving too dire a prediction, but lately the criticism has been that they are too conservative. The scientists have not wanted to be too alarmist. However, they are sounding the alarms now. The IPCC is not alone. NASA is also now sounding alarms, as is the Pentagon, over this issue. Even the Nutrition Advisory Board to the USDA recommended that food advice be tied to environmental impact. These numbers are based on greenhouse gas emissions. Now, I went on to share my opinion a little bit more about these numbers, and whether or not you believe this, the big controversy right now seems to be whether this is a political hoax, if people believe that global warming is actually real. I'm not here to debate any of that. I'm merely here to share my point of view, and remember, these are just my opinions because I've been asked so much about this. I personally believe that regardless of what will happen in 12 years, because we cannot predict the future, we as humans can still do a better job to create a healthier planet. Dr. Garth posted a graphic today that basically stated all of the benefits that would happen to our Earth if we all just started living more consciously. There are no downsides to all of us being willing and putting in an effort to make this world a better place. There's no downside to that. If anything, we'll have cleaner air, we'll have more access to fruits and vegetables and better resources and more livable communities. These are just my personal thoughts of things that will happen, but yes, I see these being a huge thing. By us taking better care of our planet, we will have more energy independence, we'll preserve our rainforests, more sustainability, more green jobs, livable cities, renewables, clean water, cleaner air, healthier children. The list goes on. The list goes on. Now more than ever, I believe that we have the ability to make change and that each human can do their part and that part will have a huge impact on our planet. If you don't believe this, then just look at how much trash you're producing on a weekly basis. How many times do you fill up your trash can? How many times do you take it out to the trash, and where does that go? You as one human have a significant impact. You have a huge footprint that you can make on this planet. Do you want it to be a good one? May this be our wake-up call for us to educate ourselves about what's really happening. And if we can make changes in our life that will create a difference on this earth for us. The Guardian released a follow-up article this week also stating that the number one thing that we can do to help save our planet and global warming is to adapt a vegan diet. Now, I know a lot of people are asking me questions, how is global warming and a vegan diet even related? I recommend for you to go and check out the Cowspiracy page right now and even to go read that article by The Guardian. I'll link it below. The amount of resources that we are using to grow food for the animals that we are eating is enormous. It is depleting our earthly resources. Cowspiracy posted a graphic this week as well that said that 75% of our government subsidies are going towards animal agriculture and the dairy industry. Look at the small amount of that money going towards fruit and vegetable production. I truly believe that we can end this huge global warming issue, but that it will take a huge effort from every single person. It's very clear to me that the government isn't going to take this by the reins to do this. So it's within the power of the people to help create this change. This is a movement. Let this be a revolution to be able to reconnect the disconnect, as I like to say, to be conscious of what's on your plate, be conscious of what you consume, not just food-wise, but also mindset-wise, what you're looking at on a daily, how you're educating yourself, the kind of trash that you're producing, everything can be taken into account here. Now, I know this is difficult because not everybody's going to want to change. Everybody can be very comfortable in their ways, and nobody likes to be told that what they're doing is wrong. So I leave it with you to simply evaluate your life in your current moment and just ask yourself, is this helping or hurting the planet? Is this helping or hurting animals? Is this helping or hurting myself and my health and my community around me? We have so much to be grateful for right now, but it could be gone in a moment. What if the world really were to end in the next 12 years because humans have destroyed it? If that were the case, how would you spend these last 12 years? If you knew that we had 12 years to turn this around, what would you do to try and make a difference? Will you sit back and just think, oh, well, the world's gonna end anyways? Or will you be an activist about it and will you try to help wake people up? I choose the latter. It's interesting to me because I know that as we live on this planet now, you think that nothing could happen in our lifetime. Or that maybe perhaps the end of the world will be in a couple thousand years from now, or whatever it is that you believe. Everybody's entitled to their own beliefs. However, with this news, 12 years is still in the time frame that many of us will still be here. And we have the ability to turn things around now. You know, I was talking to a group of people the other day, and it was funny, we read some quote about the whole world being vegan in 100 years, 30 years, whenever years. And I said, you know, I hope that it's because everybody goes vegan because of choice and not because we have killed all the rest of the animals on the planet and there's no animals left to eat. Now, I know that may sound like an extreme statement, but in my opinion, in my heart, I say that. And I said that on my Instagram because if we look at the extinction rate of animals, especially wild animals, endangered animals, there are more animals getting put on that endangered list all of the time. And who's to say that when we're done killing all of those animals, that the next animals that will go extinct will be cows or chickens or pigs or dogs even? We don't know that. And I hope that that's not the case. I hope that we are able to make the connection that if we love animals, that we should not eat them. And that if we care about our earth, then we should do our best to be kind to nature and to leave a light carbon footprint as much as possible. This can be done in so many ways. I also hope that people wake up to realizing that if you take care of your health, it changes every other aspect of your life and your being. It is an awakening. I'll end this video with some go-tos and some purpose because I never like watching videos that share with you all of these problems and like the world is ending without giving you solutions. So I want to end this with some solutions that you can do to educate yourself and to make a difference. Whether or not you even believe that any of this is true, I just invite you to look up some of this information and to decide for yourself how you'd like to move forward with it. And whether it's a no, fine. If it's a yes, great. It is what it is, and it's all up to you. The first thing I'd like for you to do is just to read more about the situation so that you can get a better idea of what's happening. Simply just Google UN global climate change. From this past week, you'll see every article come up. The next thing you can do is to start consuming one fully raw vegan meal a day. Now, I'm not asking you to go fully vegan. I'm asking you to eat one raw vegan meal a day. That one meal makes a difference for you and for the planet and for the animals. This is easy, you guys. This can be as easy as a juice or a smoothie in the morning, and that's it. Keep the eggs off your plate, keep the dairy off your plate, keep the bacon and the eggs off your plate. Just try one meal a day. It can be a salad for lunch, it can be a salad for dinner, whatever you'd like to do. You can be junk food vegan, healthy raw vegan, whatever. One fully raw vegan meal a day. The next thing you can do is be conscious of the amount of plastic that you are consuming because this plastic ends up in the oceans. Be conscious of the car that you're driving. Look into the kind of fuel that you're using. Is it helping or hurting the environment? Start researching the word carbon footprint and see what you can do to make tiny steps each day to improve your carbon footprint. The next thing you can do is start writing to your politicians. Ask them to care. Start waking them up as well. And if you feel uncomfortable doing that, find environmental organizations that you can be a part of, where you can contribute and where you feel like your voice will be heard and that your efforts can also make a difference. And last but not least, share this message with your family and your friends. Begin to bring awareness to this. Awareness is the first step in creating any type of shift. We need you. I hope you guys have appreciated this video, and I hope that I've been able to share my perspective and this message in a non-judgmental and open way, because I really do want everybody to feel welcome here. I really want everybody's voice to feel heard and to feel contributed. And I really hope that you feel that I am leaving this up to you to educate yourself and to take the necessary steps forward that are good for you. Yes, I'm a vegan activist. Yes, I'm a raw vegan activist. Yes, I'm an environmentalist and more. I choose not to force my beliefs upon anybody. I simply hope to be able to inform you so that you can decide what your core values and your beliefs are as well. I'm grateful to be here with each of you. I hope this video was well received. I thank you again for everything. I look forward to reading your comments. All negativity will be deleted, and I love you. As I mentioned before, all information will be in the description of this video so you can check it out. Hit the subscribe button for more, follow my Instagram, and get ready for some more videos because I have a lot of questions that I will most likely be answering for you guys. Appreciate you all. I'll see you in my next video. Sending you all my hugs and my love.